I needed the help and the price was right. My life had just gone through some major changes. I'd just given birth to my second child in 2 years. I had left my career of 10 years that I liked very much, but I wanted to be home with my children. And my husband and I had just decided to leave New York City, our home since college, where we lived in apartments, to our first house in Stamford, Connecticut. I was acutely lonely. I had no family or friends there. I didn't actually know how to make them. I didn't know how to reach out at that time. And I had gone from wearing, business suits and having an expense account to wearing mom jeans and using coupons. It was a completely different life for me, and I was in shock. I thought that I could do it all. I thought I could, raise my children, clean the house, cook, do it all. I thought my degree in sociology from a liberal arts college would help me handle the world, but it did not. And I was in shock. I didn't know what to do. I just wanted a little help. We weren't in a position to hire one of those full-time babysitters or nannies that you see going up and down with the blue pram on Fifth Avenue. But I had heard about the au pair program. And this is where beautiful young girls from faraway countries come here because they want to experience America. And you pay them a stipend. And you let them use your car, and you give them some time off, and they help you. And I thought, I can do a stipend. That I can afford. And so I got all these agencies on the phone. They said, well, it's January. These girls, are in the school years. You're not going to find anybody. But I did find one agency that said, you're in luck. We have a wonderful girl for you. I'm in luck. This is wonderful. I wonder if she's going to be one of those beautiful blonde girls from Sweden. Or maybe, oh my gosh, it's going to be Mary Poppins from London. And in fact, she wasn't from either of those. She was from that other place that is so well known for their child caregivers, Detroit, Michigan. I need the help, and the price is right. I talked to Elise on the phone that very evening, and she was extremely enthusiastic and energetic, and I thought that was terrific. She also informed me that she had just lost 100 pounds. And I said, well, she must be very disciplined. That's a good sign, right? Yes, that's a good sign. And she was a little edgy in her conversation. I'm just going to say it. She said things like, fuck yeah. No shit. And I'm thinking, she's not going to use profanity around my children. I'm sure she won't. I need the help. I need the help. She arrived 2 days later, and when I opened the door, I felt, I'm going to say it, I feel terrible because I was pretty sure she said to me that she had lost. But the girl I saw before me appeared to have gained 100. And I thought, oh my, how's she going to pick up my children? How's she going to run after my 2-year-old? How's this going to work? And I just thought, we're going to make this work. It's going to be fine. And I needed the help. That first week was great. She was really great with my kids. She took my 2-year-old to her playgroup every single day at 9 in the morning. I had time with my daughter. I could shower. It was amazing. And I was really thinking, oh, this is going to work. But I have to admit, she very, very quickly started bugging the bejesus. And weird things started happening. First of all, and I'm a nice person, let me tell you, but I am pretty sure she was lying to me a lot, because she told me, I do smoke, but I will not smoke in your house or around your kids or in the car. And I'm not crazy, because my house smelled like an ashtray and my kids smelled like cigarettes. She was definitely smoking. I asked her about it. She denied it. Oh, absolutely not. And then she brought my car home one day, and the whole back rear was crushed in. And as we're looking at it, I said, my God, Elise, what happened? And she said, I have no idea. And I told my husband, he said, oh, come on, honey, give her some slack. She's just 19 years old, and she's probably very nervous and embarrassed. I said, okay, but she really bugs me. I'm really beginning not to like her. I know she's lying to me. And then I started thinking I was going crazy as the weeks went by, because I heard about this thing called postpartum depression. And I thought maybe that's what was happening to me, because suddenly money, cash, was missing from my purse. I mean, the money that I would go, the $125 stipend that I was to pay her was missing. And I thought, oh my God, I'm dropping money. What is going on? I'm going crazy. And then I was missing my American Express card. How did I drop it? I searched the house for it. I went out in the driveway and the plants. I'm thinking I don't even use it that much. So things started happening. I thought I was going crazy. My husband kept saying, calm down. I finally went to an ATM machine one day, and I had to use a new account. It was our savings account. We had almost $10,000 in it, but it was the only account I had access to for money, and I'd never used it before. I used my ATM card, I put it in, and it said, no funds available. I thought, that is so strange. Maybe it's a savings account and you can't take money out. It was Saturday, and I said, I'll talk to the bank on Monday. So I got home, and the next day was Sunday. Elise had the day off, and we gave her the car, and she went off to the Stanford Mall to shop with the other au pairs that she had met. And I was opening my mail, and there was my bank statement. And I thought, oh, this is the bank statement. This will explain, what happened, whatever I needed to know. And as I'm reading it, this incredible realization of what had been happening flowed over my body like an ice-cold shower, because there before me, an account that I'd never used, $10,000 worth, were pages of withdrawals, pages and pages of withdrawals, and every withdrawal was at the same ATM machine, at the same time of day. And as I looked at it, I realized this ATM machine was 2 blocks from the playgroup, and it was all happened right before the playgroup started, every single week, every single day, until it went from 10,000 to 0. I shook, and incredibly, I was talking to my husband about what to do. She definitely did this. I said, how did she didn't have my ATM card. I went to his ATM card, which was on a bulletin board. There it was. He'd never used it with the information, but I pulled it out, and the magnetic strip had worn away. She had been taking it every day, using the pin and putting it back. I shook with anger. I thought, oh my God, how could this woman do this? And then the phone rang. It was American Express fraud department telling me that the card that I had just canceled, there had just been 2 attempts to use it at the Stanford Mall. And we knew that she had totally taken advantage of us. She came home, and we were told by the police, you have a choice. You can either prosecute her or send her back to Detroit. I said, get her out of my life. I want her gone. And I was so angry. I felt so betrayed. And I got all the evidence. It was all in a room, all the receipts, piles of them. I sent copies to the police, to the agency, and I sent a whole stack with a letter to her mother, who I never heard from. And for months I built up this anger, this incredible anger. How could this girl do this? I was so angry at her, until 6 months later I went to my mailbox and I found a letter from Detroit, Michigan. It was from Elise's mother, and it read, Dear Mrs. Levison, I am so sorry for what my daughter did. She will try to pay you back somehow, but please know that she has stolen from us, and she has to pay us back too. And I thought, oh, okay. And then she said, you should know that she was in counseling before she came to you. And she went back to counseling after she came home. And a couple of months into counseling, she tried to take her life. And I'm just so sorry, but she's institutionalized now, and I'm so sorry. And I looked at that letter, and the anger that I had towards this young lady changed in anger towards myself, that I didn't listen to my instincts, that I so cared about the price, that I didn't listen to my maternal instincts, and I potentially endangered my children, and I was so stupid. But that anger, in that moment, turned to sadness for this poor mother. My kids were okay. My kids were going to be okay. But this poor woman's daughter would be sick for the rest of her life. You know, I needed the help, but in so many levels, the price was totally wrong. Thank you.